welcome to another SHG podcast. My guest today is, well, I've been trying to get this man on for a while, but we've made it happen today. Jordan O'Keefe, how's the form, bro?
Not too bad, how are you, sir?
I'm grand. What was I going to say? Before we start, I have to apologise to you.
Why?
Because you were playing in the bar one night and I got up to sing me. And them boys were watching, showing me the video back when we went back to a party, Berkey and all. And I was giving it the big and holding the mic and all, and he was going, "Sir, you didn't even let that man sing at all." And I just, the whole thing just started laughing, man, whenever they seen it. They were like,
to be fair, you were well on and you were loving it. Like,
I know.
You're on the moment. Go ahead.
Oasis, man, wasn't it? Oasis.
Good crack, man. That's what it's all about.
Brilliant, sir.
That's what them gigs are all about.
Brilliant, sir.
Have a sing song, get up and do it for a bit of crack.
Berkey, he was like, "Sir, that wee man wanted that mic back," and he's going, "You were fucking how long did it? Like Eurovision Song Contest or something." But it was good crack, sir.
That's what it's all about, man.
I was going to say to you, we'll get to all different points here in a wee minute, but the only thing is, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, and now you're producing as well.
Yeah.
So we'll put all the wee links up on the page as well.
I know, bother.
Jordan's tag for his Instagram, you can go and follow him on his Instagram, and Woodridge Studios is his studio as well.
Yeah.
So you're working closely with different artists at the minute.
Do you know what it was, man? Especially with the way the world is at the minute. There's no point in me trying to hope for gigs to come back, because that's my main sort of thing. Yeah. And I always think you need to be in that sort of mind frame. So when you're doing your gigs, you're writing songs, you're writing music, and you're trying to work on your own career at the same time. So it all works in together. Mm-hmm. I can't gig now because the way the world is. So the way I was looking at it was, why don't I go on to working with other people? Yeah. Why don't I go on? Because you need to be making money, but also you want to be doing something productive with music. Yeah. So my days off, I just says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start producing other people and getting people in. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. I've had 3 clients already, and I haven't really properly opened up the place. I haven't bought proper gear yet. I haven't done it properly yet. Yeah, yeah. So it's only a start, and I'm loving it, and I just hopefully it takes off. Man.
That's great, man. I wish you all the best for that. Thank because you. I was watching. You're working with wee Paul McVeigh, Brendan Murray, and wee boy Ryan Ward.
And tell you what, every single one of them, all completely different in their own way. Because Paul's very, very aggressive, Oasis-y, Stone Roses-esque, and Ryan's sort of the similar, but more of the toned down as in your face sort of music. And then you have Brennan, who's going down that sort of Shawn Mendes-esque route. Yeah, and it's class because it's letting me work with 3 different sort of people, 3 different genres, 3 different types of artists, and it's great for me because I'm writing different songs, I'm producing different things, so I'm opening up my mind to different things. You know what I mean? It's good. Yeah.
What are you using for your recording?
Using Logic at the minute and an Apollo Twin. But what I want to do is I want to buy an Apollo X8, have that with an Apollo 4, so that means I'll have a guts of 12 inputs, so I can do drums. Hopefully maybe do start doing some live stuff. So many ideas, man. But it's just putting them all into place. You know?
I take it the drum kit that you have that there's a picture of on your thing. That's not it set up properly.
No.
I was going to.
I know you know all the drums. Like we talked about this. So how the drum kit came about was my dad's solicitor. His son lives in America. And he was a proper drummer. Like he loved his drums and stuff. I'm just going to move this mic a wee bit.
Go ahead.
And he said to me, Dad, look, Paul, I have this pair of drum kit in the house. It's not being used. Yeah. If Jordan's opening my studio, take it away. And I went, of course. Why not? Of course, I'm not going to spend a couple of grand on a drum kit when I can get one for free. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
So I took it in, and it's it needs set up properly. I need proper mics and stuff for it, but down the line, they're the things I will get into.
Yep. The Oryx is a very good drum mic.
That's the ones I was looking at.
Yeah, they're brilliant. So they are. They're very, very good. I've used them all in studios. I've used Shure's and everything, Oryx, but mostly Oryx. You know,
you give me that mic for the kick, which is a Shure. So I've that. I have it all. It's mad. Every day I go and have a look at gear for music.
Yeah.
And start looking, right, well, do I need any more? And then I've certain and the ball's about £20,000, but that's you need to spend that sort of money. Because the thing is, right, I'm asking somebody to come in and I'm saying this is the price now because. One, I've only started up. I need to sharpen my skills up a bit more. But also, I can't be charging people £200 a day to come in and play with, and no offence to Tango, but a Tango guitar. You'd want to be playing Martin guitars or a Loudon guitar. You want to be playing proper good stuff. So
Avalon. Something like that.
That's what I want to get. I'm going to get an Avalon preamp as well. I need them.
Well, that's that. Like I always enjoyed Is it different for you? You've been in studios, haven't you? And you've made your own records, obviously. So is it different sitting behind the desk than being in front of the desk?
It's more comfortable.
It's more comfortable.
It's more comfortable because when you're behind the desk, you're shouting orders and going, "I do this, do that." Whereas when you're not, when you're behind the mic or the guitar or whatever, you're being told what to do. So I love both, and don't get me wrong. I will come back and put out new music, and when I do come back and put out new music, it's going to be a completely different stuff than what I was doing before. Yeah. Because I think I've done all that now. Yeah. I want to go down a route where it's sort of upbeat. I'm want to go down this sort of Sam Fender sort of route.
Right. Very
Something
good.
like that.
Something different.
1975 Sam Fender sort of. I'm throwing up the guitar and I just a bit of crack. Like.
A lot of EDM stuff and synth
maybe just solely band. Just
right,
guitar. Just your normal band stuff. I've been working on some stuff in the house, and I've got a song called High for Days, and it's about me back a couple of years ago, just more or less partying for a couple of days and trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. And I tell you what, it's a cracking tune. I play it to my friends most of the times whenever we're having a drink in there. They buzz off it like so. Hopefully people enjoy it when I come back. And
they're your testers.
Exactly. Everything I do that I bring them around and we just sit and have a beer. Like yesterday we watched the football. The Royal Rumble was on last night, so we set up and watched that for a bit of crack. Yeah. I'm playing them songs. You're like, play that again. That's fucking good, that one there.
See, whenever you my phone lit up too, like, and I was like, oh fuck, Jordan now text me, and I thought you were gonna, because the last time you couldn't do it, and I went, oh fuck, he can't do it, because I seen your story and you were lighting her up with beers and the features and stuff, and I says, this wee man's fucking, he can't make it again. But then you come on, you just went, lad, it's got a bit heavy tonight. you go, he says, I'll be down later on in the afternoon. Is that alright? I says, no problem.
I could not came down today, like, but
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No, hey, when the football's, see, I have a friend, right, and we always watch the football together. And some days when he comes around, it all depends on him, but some days he'll come around and I'll go, no, I don't want to drink too much today. We'll have a couple of beers and we'll get a bite to eat, and that'll be grand. Sir, the fucking last night he turned around and I says, "Will we get a pizza?" He says, "I'm eating no pizza. I'm eating no pizza tonight. I'm getting more bottle of Captain Morgan." So he went through a liter of Captain Morgan, a 10 glass of Captain Morgan.
Oh, books.
4 cans of Copperberg. And a wee bit of vodka as well. I was bad, hey, but I feel grand.
I don't know how you're grand today. I'd be sick in bed, sir.
I think the pizza in between sort of kept me going.
How did this? We're going to go to, obviously we're going to touch on the Britain's Got Talent thing, but what age did you start playing guitar and getting into music, and then how did that come about?
It was karaoke whenever I was very, very young. My mum and my dad used to get up in the karaoke when we were on holidays and stuff. Yeah. And my dad got up one time and did Sweet Home Alabama, and I got up with him. Now, I mean, if you ever seen the video, I was fucking brutal. I mean, tone deaf. I wasn't one of them kids that you went, oh my god, he's going to be a superstar. Yeah. Was that fuck? I had fucking glasses and a mohawk, and I was getting up and singing like a fucking cat being strangled. You know what I mean? It just didn't look good. Like, over the years, what actually how it came about was, my dad used to buy them CDs off the Chinese people on holidays. They used to come CDs. Yep. So my dad would have bought them, and he bought a Stevie Wonder CD. And I used to sit with the CD player in the shower. I used to like hook it on holidays, and I would sing a song, "Living for the City." And I sang it that much that I trained my voice how to sing like that there. Right. So I would get up in karaoke and sing, and people would be like, fuck, where'd that come out of? My mum and dad couldn't even believe it. Because it was just all in the practice. And I sometimes think people think you're given a God-given talent. I'm telling you, I was never given a lovely voice. I had to train your voice. Train my voice to how to do it. And then over time, now it's got that gravelly tone to it. Whereas if you listen to me doing covers fucking 4, 5, 6 years ago, it didn't have that. No. But it's just because I tried to make it sound like that. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So that's how I got onto it. And then school talent shows, and I'll tell you a story. I actually recorded a song in the house. I got my mum to get me a wee USB microphone and recorded Sign Sealed Lover by Stevie Wonder. And I came on to school, played it to my friends in the class, and they were like, "That's not fucking you, yeah." I said, "Oh, no, it's not. That's not. Not even a chance. That is fucking not you, you lying bastard." So I says, "If that's you, you get up and sing at break time today, sir." And I got up, and they all laughed at me. Because I used to grunt. I tried to make myself when I was singing. They all laughed at me, and my friend then, Dean Smith, came down with me and he says, "Play me that song now on the guitar." And I played it. I could only strum a chord and sing at the time. And I played it, and he goes, "Fuck, that's brilliant." He says, "Keep you doing what you're doing." And hey, look now, we're fucking
Exactly.
I can now play the guitar and sing at the same time.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I can play drums though, but I've recently just picked the guitar up again. I'm trying to do both, and it's fucking hard.
It is, man. See, even if you're not used to it, it's a strumming pattern, getting your hand to go at the same time.
Yeah.
Here, it's like me. See, if I sat down with a drum kit, I'm useless. I can't play the drums.
See, my feet and hands are used to going maybe 4 different time signatures all at one, one go.
I can't do that.
Singing and fucking playing guitar, I'm like, take that, eighty fuck. I was losing. We had about a drink in there watching the McGregor fight, and I was playing away for it, and Burks was up obviously, and he fucking lighting her up. I was just playing Oasis, just like that's only what everybody plays Oasis when they lift up the guitar. I wonder why. And I just learnt it. And I was like, look, I've learnt this here, and he started singing her and lighting her up. I said, fuck's sake, this whole house going to go mad in a minute, because once he starts saying that's it, like, you know what I mean. But no, it seems to be going all right, man. But it's like you say, it's the pattern.
It's a strong pattern, and because as your voice is doing a completely different. As you say, your feet, right, can go with different patterns to your hands or whatever, but your voice is going a different pattern to your hand. You know what I mean? So it is difficult, but once you get the hand of it, it's like anything. You know
well,
practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
We'll get there.
I know. I need to give my mate back a guitar too. It'll be raging. Like.
Because you might break it.
I might break it. Exactly. No, I wouldn't do that to him. No. But there was whenever you get on the obviously Britain's Got Talent and stuff like that. There. Was there any? Were you signed, or was there any label interest? Or were you approached, or?
There was obviously talk, you know what I mean, and there was things. It's a hard thing to do because I remember telling a lot of people that I was getting signed and stuff like that there, and that was basically bullshit because in my own head as a young 18-year-old boy, it was embarrassing to come home from a show like that and everyone expecting stuff to happen for you, and that really was. Yeah. And maybe it was my own doing. Like I did a lot of stupid things when I was on the show. I probably, got myself involved in some things that I shouldn't have been doing when I was there, and like you're not meant to be running around in the back rooms like the staff after work. Right. I mean, so you go and I was friends with mostly everybody behind the scenes. Like I was mostly friends with them and anybody on the show because I always find them people on the show to be a bit fickle. You know what I mean? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it's a competition. We're not all going to be best buds, but the backroom staff were 100%. And I went on to have a drink with them one night in the Hilton. Right. Their hotel, they had two different hotels, right? And I don't think they were happy with that. Now they frowned upon. It was all frowned upon. Right. So but one of the producers in the show was having a drink with one of the managers of the band, so it was kind of like, hey, what are you going to say?
What are you going to do? Like,
so, but I definitely got back and stuff. But no, I had a guy that was working with me, Tim Byrne. He was Simon Coyle's right hand man. Now Tim was he was a guy that got One Direction going. Right, so after the show, he would have spoke to, I think it was my mic with me, but
did I? I'm watching it here in the screen.
But Tim was on me like everywhere I went, man. If I was going for lunch, dinner, he was always there talking to me, giving me advice, and great man. Hey, to be fair, but they filled my head full of shit, man. They told me I was going to get signed. They told me I was going to get a good manager. I was going to be looked after, and after the show, I didn't hear a fucking thing. Yeah, you know, and that's the way I go. I heard from Tim years in the line. He wanted me to join a boy band, and I was like, it's not really for me. Like,
no, you want to do it yourself.
But all in good time, man. You know, I signed with Warner Brothers years down the line after. Yeah, 4 years after Britain's Got Talent, but that's
that was your own doing though.
That was my own doing, man.
Aye, well that's what was that for, an album, or was that for?
That was for an album. I got signed for, I think it was a 4-year deal. Now luckily enough, I got out of it. I got an advance every year. I was getting paid, man. They sit in the fucking. This is the way I looked at it, right? I was getting paid. They sit in the fucking house. That's the way I thought, right? Yeah. Whereas that's how naive and stupid it was. Whereas I should have been fucking doing covers, building my social media, and that's what a lot of people think. Sometimes people think when you get signed, oh, that's it. I'm a star now because I'm signed. Are you fuck? No, you have to work your balls off 10 times harder. You have to start doing YouTube videos, getting your name out there, building your social media, because it's all about social media now. Yep. Building a following where you have a fan base. Yeah. Because they don't want to do that anymore. Years ago, back in the day when you had Michael Jackson coming through, they would have put a lot of money behind an artist. They build them. Yeah. There's that many fucking people out there now that they don't want you build your own following and they'll back you. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
It's they've like whenever we were going and we get signed, it was a lot of we had to do a lot of that ourselves. Like, and I remember to tell you a funny story. We got an email to go when our album first came out. It got in the hands of a girl at Rise Records in America. Yes. and she I don't know how the fuck she got her hands on it, but she sent us a message into our email. Now we left the bass player and the guitar player in charge of the emails before. Right. This is before it was just in the transition when we get signed, so we had to transfer all our stuff over to the label and let them sort it out, and then they would have took care of everything. But then in the middle of doing that, we got an email sent to our it's on my Instagram page. It's your woman sends us an email from Rise. Hey, this is such and such from Rise Records. We'd love you to go on a tour with Paramore and Fall Out Boy.
Jesus.
Sir,
you
missed it. You know, whenever we read it 2 years after, Rory was going through the emails and fucking found it. And he was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
I know.
Hey, I had been having the wee work. Like.
Oh, I was, man. I think I sent a message. I said, like, I know I was only joking. Like, but I said, "Don't let me see you for 3 months."
3 months, 3 fucking years.
I'd kill you. Oh, but
see, to be honest, but see if you look back now on it, are you glad that you didn't have that life? Are you glad that you experienced what you experienced?
I am.
But is there a bit of you now that you sort of go?
Like,
are you happy with the way things are now?
Aye, because I mean, I still can do session work. I can still drum. I can, but you know,
sometimes I would think because what age are you now?
I'm 34.
34.
Yeah.
I'm 26, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think when I get a bit older, if I didn't do what I set out to do or whatever.
Yeah.
But your goals change, don't they, over the years?
Big
like,
time.
you know, you don't sit and go, like, whenever I was 18, I wanted to be like Ed Sheeran. Now, it would be a nightmare if I became like Ed Sheeran. I would hate the thought of being that big that I can't even fucking go out for a pint of milk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I like the thought. To be honest, I like I wouldn't have changed the experience that I had with the guys that I had.
Yes.
Because all the boys in my band, they're my brothers, like, and
exactly.
I wouldn't change anything for that. I love them all to bits, and that we've been through some crazy times, some mad ones, and some good ones, ups and downs, highs and lows.
100%.
But man, the experience, even in the studio and all that, like the camaraderie and the brotherhood, like, I wouldn't change that for nothing. And I would do that all over again, even if I knew that we were never going to get signed this time, and it wasn't going to go anywhere.
That's what I mean. But see the experiences that you've had.
Yeah,
you're happy with how it is.
Yeah,
because sometimes I see and hear people, you know, like seeing you. I remember one time I went down to a bar and I was singing on it, and I met this old man, and he was telling me that, you know, he just basically sits in his fucking, because his dreams didn't come true.
Yeah,
he just sits in a bar all night getting fucked up because he can't deal with the thought that he didn't make it or didn't achieve what he set out to do. And I thought, fuck, that's a sad way to be. Like, yeah. Because there's no happiness in your life with that, you know.
No, I don't think I would do that. No,
that's what I mean. But you're happy, you know what I mean?
That's, definitely, good. Yeah, definitely happy. I would still. Everybody have always said it to me, like, or like, fucking, you're waste. You should be drumming again. And I've always still tried to get in there. I've done a couple of, like.
Well, who's to say you might not ever become my drummer?
Well, you know where I'm at, kid. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what.
It could happen.
It could
fucking happen.
No, man, we were in a good run, man. I was endorsed and everything. Like, I had companies in America making me $3,000 drum kits.
No way.
Sending them home to me, and
that's unreal.
And Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers.
Yes,
he plays Vader drumsticks. They endorsed me and got all my sticks, man.
But that there's fucking class, man.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I think I was the first person in Lamavati to get endorsed or signed, anything like that. And I've a pile of friends who are drummers as well. Connor Crampsey, man, he got endorsed then by Soul Tone Symbols. He followed suit. I like telling them how to build a press pack and how to send it away. So it helped them. I think it helped them guys all, you know. And
exactly, man. That's good too. That you're giving back to people, you know, and teaching them.
Didn't want anybody one of these decks, you know. Fuck, I'm superior. I've got signed, and you know what I mean. To a drum company, all these guys were a lot younger than me. They're coming up going, you know, Shaggy, how do you do that? And I was like, this is how you do it. Send it, see what happens. Exactly. Best of luck. Exactly. And they ended up getting somewhere with it too. Like, so you help everybody out.
Exactly. And that's one thing I want to do now is try and give back what I've learned and try to help people, because even like when Ryan and Paul came round, you know, they're two young lads. Well, Paul same age as me right now.
Yeah.
But they haven't seen what I've seen.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think you have to give back that experience, because it's a fucking mad old business. Like,
it is.
And seeing people say, oh, that's a ruthless business. No. And seeing whenever I went down there, I was like, it's not that bad. See now. It nearly killed me. Like, that's how bad it is. It can can fucking damage your confidence. It could ruin everything. You know what I mean? But it's how you deal with it. See, now I think I've dealt with my failures a lot better, and I know now how to adapt to certain situations. And see, whenever I used to fail, man, I would just go clean at it, like.
Yeah.
For a long period of time because I couldn't do it, like.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, it's like I remember. I think we were having this talk. We were chatting back and forth on Instagram, and I was saying to you about. You were talking about you had a new song that was coming out this month. Is it still coming out, or have you put it on hold to do the producing side of things?
I was releasing a song, Forever 23 it was called, and it was coming out. It was a song I wrote with Codeline. Big shit like that. There, it was cool.
Yeah.
No, I wrote the song when I signed to Warner, and they weren't going to let me release the song whenever I got released from them, so that was fine.
Because they own the rights.
Well, they own the rights, but also they didn't want the song going out unless it was signed. There was more the publishing side of it.
Yeah.
They didn't want that going out unless it was signed to a big label.
Yeah.
So Honest came out, did 500,000 streams, got on the Spotify sad songs playlist. No, it was mad. So seeing whenever that song came out, I was in so many people's radars. The phone calls I was getting.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from
it was
MCD.
a great tune too.
And you know what? It shocked me because I didn't think it was going to do that well.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from MCD. They were on about me supporting people on a tour whenever the pandemic finished and all this. And hey, obviously it didn't happen. Hopefully it's still, the opportunity's still there whenever things go back to normal. But
yeah,
it's always down to your next song too. But you know what I mean?
That's true, man. That's very, very true. Like the band that I was in, lucky enough to be in for that length of time, like they had a cracking song before I joined. And then I don't know, the original drummer parted ways, and then I was there for 10 years plus with them. So I think like they had that one song, but then whenever, that's what drove me too, because whenever I got in there and I was like, I'm not letting that there be their one song that everybody knows.
Exactly.
I'm going to put my fucking spin on it. And then I think all our other track done far more views and hits.
But see, the thing is, man, see, Honest, it done well.
Yeah.
But I know I can do 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got 500,000, fuck.
Exactly.
What could happen, like?
Yeah.
And I'm only at the beginning of. The problem with me was everyone's seen me from 10 years. Like, it's 10 years I've been doing this for nearly full time. Like,
yeah,
from gigging in bars at 16 to now doing what I'm doing now. But everyone from where I'm from, or even from being on TV, has seen all my failures. Yeah. Whereas whenever it starts to happen, which I think is, we're starting to get that stage now where I'm at a level now. Yeah. Where I'm writing well, I'm producing well. Yeah. And hopefully it goes, and we just have to see what happens. But
well, I think
I'm not giving up. Like.
No, you've still got that drive. I can hear it in you. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, it'll not be fun. I always say this. People always say to me, "Oh, well, you've done well enough. You're on Britain's Got Talent." Exactly. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be known as Jordan O'Keefe from Britain's Got Talent. I don't know as Jordan O'Keefe. The artist. I wrote, produced a fucking Emmy award-winning song. Just to be known as Jordan O'Keefe that actually was successful and what he done. Not came sixth in Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, exactly. Because I see that as a failure. Yeah, you know what I mean, even though it was a success to some people. Like. Yeah, it's still. I still think of it. Obviously, with the age and the, you're still young, man. You had a lot of maturing to do. Like, my voice wasn't mature. I don't think me as a product, because you are a product. You know what? Mm-hmm. You're a product. You are something to sell. You've got to sell merchandise, but you are the main product. And image based too. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I didn't have it right. I was too young. Maybe they could have helped me, but I don't think. I think with all the shenanigans that was going on, and you know, maybe drinking with the people behind the scenes and stuff, maybe didn't help. And but God knows, maybe they just didn't see anything on me enough. Yeah. Maybe they just didn't see that I was good enough. I did get quite nervous at times too behind the scenes, but for the semi-final. And I remember whenever I sang with Ed Sheeran, the vocal coach was me, "Jordan, you're on the final now in about 10 minutes." I said, "I don't give a fuck. It's final. I just sang Ed Sheeran." Exactly. So you know, shit like that. There, people, you know, she wasn't happy about that and stuff. And but hey, I was young. I was immature. You know what I mean? And I've definitely done more fuck ups after. But you have to learn from them and move on. You know? Exactly, lad. Who was the most famous person you worked with or sang with? I would say Ed Sheeran. 100%. And then, jeez, you couldn't get any bigger. No, I know, man. For fuck's sake. At that time when I met him, you know, he was big, but he was nowhere near as big as he is now. Like, I used to talk to him quite often, and I've actually met up with him in London. I can't really know if I could tell that story on here, like, but he landed around me. He landed around me a big pipe, if you know what I mean. All right. So we just sat in the flat, lad, and just had a bit of crack, but. Good lad, but then obviously, you know, he was sort of off tour at this stage when things started to kick off. Like, he had numbers for Australia, England. He had 4 or 5 different numbers for England. Just trying to reach the man was impossible. And then he unfollowed everybody on Twitter, and that was my main sort of point of contact with him was Twitter. And lost it. So hey, look, but I'll tell you now, I will see him again.
Aye. Oh, I'd say you will.
100%.
Well, it's not. The thing is, as well, man. You've got your what do you call it? You're going to save yourself a lot of money producing ways. You can just fucking produce your own stuff now. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, man. I remember, and I'm not going to mention who, like, but I remember going in the studio, and I ended up doing it with Paul Casey. Paul Casey's brilliant.
Yep.
For what you get for I think Paul was charging me £200. Nobody doesn't mind me saying that. £200 a session. Like, he's playing instruments for me, producing it, mixing and mastering. So I was getting a track and I paid for drums and I paid for a piano, and I think I was getting a track for about £500. I think it was about £500 for honest.
Fuck's sake.
That's fucking lethal.
That's unreal, man.
Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I was chatting to a fella, and he asked me to come in the studio. I was paying nearly £500 a day without session musicians, without anybody playing anything, without any producer, without any engineer. Nearly £500 a day.
It's crazy.
Fucking mad.
That is mad, sir.
You know what I mean?
Well, let me see. What way is it working? Obviously, you're going to want to get your stuff put up there. Like, I've said this to you before. Like, if you need, who done the drums? Or was it sampled?
It wasn't, for honest.
Aye.
Oh no, they were proper drums.
Proper drums.
Your man does stuff for Ronan Keaton.
Right.
Well, I can't remember his name.
Right.
He's from Derry.
Right. Okay. Wonder who that is.
I can't remember his name. From Bradley or Liam Bradley. Is it Liam Bradley?
Liam Bradley. I'm not too sure. Hey, not too sure.
Well,
Jay Dixon's some drummer. He's from Derry.
I know Jay. I know Jay.
Yeah, he's fucking top quality. Like.
He's doing big stuff.
Yeah, so like that's one. And look, you can look, but if I said to you before, there's about $5,000, $6,000 worth of stuff that I have and equipment, and you can take it away if you need drums, or if you want a drummer, I'll drum for you.
Hey, you know what, man? Mm-hmm. That's my aim down the line.
Yeah,
is to get, so say whenever I have the kit set up, what I want to do, and I have two rooms, so I have the control room and I have the main live room. I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to make a booth. I'm going to have that in the control room. Mm-hmm. So you're recording vocals, and then in the other room, I'm going to set up. I'm going to get a shield too for the drum kit, because I think in that room it might be a bit too loud. But then if I'm ever needing, if I say to somebody that comes in, look, if you want someone to come in and play proper drums, then there you go. You can come out. That's how much money you charge, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? And certain things I got there is what I'm aiming towards, and I'm aiming towards maybe doing. I want to do many other things too. I might want to do like you can pay to come and write a song, and then I'll produce that song for you, and then there'll be a certain price for that. I want to do you can do podcasts in my place if you want to come and record a podcast, if you need space, rehearsal space. Yeah. Just doing different things for that place. Yeah, exactly. It's plenty of traffic in and out. Yes. And so say right one day if I have a boy come on to produce a track, then I'm there. But then the next day a boy wants to come in and rent out the studio just for himself, and he doesn't need me there. Then I can leave him there. I have cameras all around the fucking place, so if anything happens or anything, I don't know what the crack is. Yeah. And I can just sit in the fucking house. Exactly. And the next day somebody wants to come and rehearse and I'm over a gigging, they can do that. My woman can sit there and just give them the keys or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So there's different ways of doing things, even if I'm away somewhere. Yeah. So hopefully I want to make it into a business. Well, that's good. But a different stream of income. Well, that's you obviously you're going to be back out playing again whenever all this bullshit lifts. 100%. But sure, one thing I said is that's why I put up this whole big thing about I'm giving up music or leaving for a while. I am in a way because I'm doing it for myself. Mm-hmm. Because whenever you're sitting fucking worrying about how you want to get back gigging or putting your own music out, because I had to deal with a crowd co-write and they were heavily backing me. Mm-hmm. Like they were putting a lot behind me, and this time they were going to put a lot of money behind me. Whereas before I raised it on myself, they were like, look, we're going to back you this time for Forever 23. We think it's a great tune. Mm-hmm. But sure, one of the whole points of that song is having a very good video, because the video tells a story as much as the song. Yeah. How the fuck can I do a video during what's going on? Yeah, it exactly. Just can't happen. Like, yeah. I just went, fuck this. I just can't be bothered with it. It's too much stress. I have 2 fucking kids at home. Yeah, exactly. I need to fucking look after my fucking house. I need to pay the bills. Yeah. I'm not sitting stressing about a fucking video and my own career. That can wait. Yeah, exactly. So when it all comes back and the gigs come back, then hopefully I'll be back. I had a like we were pumping out maybe 2 or 3 of these near the end there before the COVID thing happened again. Mm-hmm. I was pumping out maybe 2 or 3 a week. And then send my editors in Liverpool. Yes. So he edits all the stuff over there, and then I sends it back. And
it was a fucking nightmare because we were actually going to shoot X amount a week and then release them a week apart.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
To get everybody over the Christmas holidays.
100%,
And that's what we ended up doing. We didn't get them all recorded, but we ended up doing that there. And then it was like, oh, fuck's sake, you know, this shit's happened again. And then remember I said to you, I was like, fuck, I'd love to get you on for the first one again. And then I have other people always texting me. I was chatting to Paul. Paul's going to come on as well.
Yes.
So he is. And just get him on, chat about his music, help him out, get the word out there, you know what I mean, for him.
100%.
And I says, look, I'm hanging on.
Paul maybe have a couple of beers before he comes on here.
What are you writing off? Hey, fuck. He can bring me up a couple, I don't care. He can sit there and drink away if he wants.
Paul's quite shy.
Oh, no, he is.
He's quite shy. I've seen a few beers in him, but fuck, you know.
That's alright, as long as he brings me up, we need to fuck. Me and him will sit here and get hammered and do one.
Exactly, I hear that's even better. I can mix for a better crack.
Well, that there's alright. Do you hear that, Paul? Bring the beers, man, will you? So, no, he's gonna. Then I was saying to him, like, look, I'm definitely going to get you on, but I want to hold off. There's one to kick it off for you, and then there's a couple other people that I want to get on. So, Burke, he texts me today, right? Burke's a big fan, right? Right? And he texts me today and he says, ask Jordan, what does he think about he says they show you the hot wings that were not the hot wings, the Carolina Reaper. We're going to do a Carolina Reaper challenge.
Who?
Me and Berkey and Big Calmer and Duddy.
No,
not today. No, you'd be booking all over us. No. We're gonna. He says they say to you, what do you think? Like we watched. You'll do it as well.
100%. Yes. Just not today.
No, not today. No.
I'll do prepare myself. I'll do it. What is it?
It's the hottest chili in the world.
Oh, you're going to just eat it raw?
We're going to eat it. Aye.
Oh fuck! I don't know about that.
Eat
it raw, just
eat it. You don't swallow it apparently. Because if you swallow it
burns the fuck out
of your stomach. But you eat it and you chew it a couple of times on each side of your mouth and then spit it out. There's two boys on YouTube, right, that done it. This all came about. We were sitting there having a drink one night. And Berkey showed me these two boys.
That's where all the ideas come out.
He goes, look at these two mad cunts. He says, look at this, right? And he showed me these two boys, right? And it was these two boys eating it. And they started shaking and spitting and going on and all this here. And I was like, why do you want to do this here? And he goes, because you ain't been done the hot wings challenge. He goes, they weren't that hot, were they? I says, they weren't that hot, but
did you have the wings all sitting here?
We had them all sitting here. So we did.
So aye.
And we put all the different sauces on it
yes.
now. And I was ropey that day. I was partying the night before that as well.
How was that?
Oh, sick, sir.
Was that?
See, whenever we turned these cameras off, sir, I went down to the toilet. I went, like that.
Like, where'd you get the hot sauce? Did you get the order them online or what?
Bought them, sir, just out of bought them Korean, man, like a platter of them. Aye, there's about 8 in one pack, and they all go from like
no way, sir.
All the hottest B&M. B&M bargains.
B&M,
get them, sir.
So I love spicy food, you know.
Well, they're still out
there. No, you know what?
Weedy fuck. No, I don't want them.
They're giving you the shivers. Say fucking hot
no, but he's saying, sir, say to Jordan if he wants to go on to this for crack. So
I'll tell you what. I'll regret this. I know I will, but I'll do it.
Right then, happy days.
I'll do it, 100%.
Yeah, I heard that on here first. Like,
I'll do it.
So if you are sick. And you blame Burke.
Hey, you'll get some laugh. I might let me tell you.
That's a fucking up. I told them boys, I said, we can't do it on here because the boys been sick and everything.
No, you'll have to do. You'll have to
go outside.
Get somebody with a proper camera and stuff.
But
them there things. They'll do a job.
They'll do a job. Surely I just put them in them.
I'll tell you what, you could if you could you buy them wee mics, couple of mics?
Oh fuck, it'd be cloud and book. No, them there will pick it up. That there will definitely pick it up.
Well, that's great.
So, that's we'll come on here and do like an intro on here, and then go.
Do you want to get even the weather's better and do it at the back some nights when you're sitting, and we're all good weather and they're sitting and see it's this time out there in a fucking passion one.
And you could have fucking everybody around for a beer.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see once this COVID lifts a bit, then we'll maybe look at that. Get everybody around for a drink. Right then. We'll do that instead.
3 days, but
no, there was a guy we watched a guy setting the world record and he had like 30 something of them and swallowed them.
Carolina Reapers.
But
there's some bastards that are just
animals. Oh no, he booked fucking furiously straight after he come off stage. And they says that he was booking for like 4 hours after. 16 hours his stomach was on fire for.
Here, but wait, that's
Imagine what his arse was like, sir.
Oh Jesus! I'm in a curry. I'm at Madras curry. I'm fucked there,
Carolina Reaper. Hold on, let's go with toilet roll in the fucking fridge.
Have the freezer more now.
Exactly. But I was going to ask you. You said on there we'll wrap her up soon because I know you need away. But how do you manage Kid life, home life,
Telling you, man, it's
work
difficult.
life.
You know, it's you know, don't get me wrong. I'm a young dad. You know what I mean? And I was a young stepdad.
Yeah.
It's all about learning, man. Don't get me wrong. You know, I still enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I'll have a couple of nights. You know, sometimes I might even have my friend around to have a beer, a bit of crack, and then, you know, then whenever they leave, I sit and watch a film with the Waynes.
Yeah.
You know, get pizzas on some night, just try and do things with them.
Yeah.
With the pandemic going on, it's obviously more difficult with Enrique because he's now 7 and he wants to run about clean mad. And
Yeah.
I hate him on the tablet too much because I just feel like you're just going on the tablet.
Yeah.
Like today before I literally came here, he goes, "Daddy, can I go on the tablet?" I says, "No,
Right.
go on, you use your imagination
Yeah.
and go around and just think about doing other things." I says, "See, whenever I was your age, I never had a tablet."
Exactly.
I was wrong. As soon as I used to do, I used to go to the back, sir, and I started building fucking tree houses out the back. My man does.
Oh, right, I thought you meant in that house now. It's like, is this another adventure you're going to fucking record and get a free tree house?
No, you fucking move. But that's what I said. I said, "Sir, use your imagination. Do fucking things instead of, you know." But it's difficult, lad. But honestly, I haven't stopped working in 2 weeks. 2 weeks straight. I haven't had a day off.
That's brilliant, man.
It's good, but you know, sometimes it can get stressful. You know,
Yeah.
Melina wasn't feeling well there for a while, and not COVID related, just you know, just not feeling well.
I was chatting to you about it.
Aye.
Right.
And she so, you know, when she's not well, then when I finish work, I have to come on,
Look at the kids.
the kids, clean the fucking house, make the dinner.
Yeah.
Like I make all the food, so I make lunch, fucking dinner, breakfast.
See some of your things you put up.
That's right. I've a cooking page as well.
Do you actually?
I've Woodridge Kitchen as well.
Fuck, eh.
Go on, have you look at her in that?
Well, he's
And not
plugging.
bad.
He come on here to plug all this stuff. That's all.
But see, the thing is, like, I just love cooking, man. Because I tell you why. The one of the reasons why is because I brought a girl around years and years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They cooked dinner for her, and I couldn't, so she had to cook it for me.
Oh, right, saying you had to learn.
So that was even, you know, I was inviting her around for dinner.
Yeah.
She had to fucking cook it for me. It wasn't so romantic after all, was it?
Fuck's sake.
But hey, after that, then I went, hey, that's embarrassing. So whenever I met Melina, I made the point of cooking. They learn for her, and
Good
you know, it's a nice thing to do. Like, but man, it's back to your question. It's difficult. It's not easy, but it's all about learning, learning from your mistakes, getting better. Like years ago, before Mateo came along, I would have drank. I still would have been very immature, very selfish. I would have thought about myself. If I was out gigging, I wouldn't have came home and went to my bed because I knew the next day I'd get up and do whatever. I just would have went out and partied. Yeah. And I think that was very immature, not understanding the situation I was in, the position I was in. Yeah. And now I'm in a position where I'm a father of 2. Yeah. I've got bills to pay. I have to work. So if I was out now having a gig, I might, I have to go home, boys. I don't drink as much as I used to. I'm more responsible, and I think that always boils down. I'm trying to spend more time with them and do things with them, and it's hard, but life's hard. Aye, my daughter was born, and furlough started a 2-week tour the day after she was born. Aye, and I remember driving. We drove the cabin. We were doing a Northern Irish and Irish tour. I didn't give a fuck if we were 5 hours away. I says, "Yous are driving me home, because my baby's there." And see, the thing is, and like Melina doesn't understand sometimes. Enrique's my stepson, but I am his dad. He calls me daddy. Yeah. And I have been there since he was 1.5. Yeah. And he's now 7. So I've been there a majority of his life. Yeah. But there is something there, man. Whenever it's I wasn't in the room obviously whenever Enrique was born. Yeah. Whenever you're in the room, that baby's born, it's a fucking different thing, man. And I think it woke me up a wee bit to go, right, fuck, I need to fucking change something here, because whenever I had Enrique as a stepson, it didn't make me click. I was still that immature young fella. He was just my stepson and blah blah. Whereas whenever I had Mateo, it made me go, fuck, right, you need to wise up here. You need to stop dicking about and get down to fucking business, because it could all just go like that. Wakes you up. It does. Yeah. And you know what? We're hopefully having another one. And I hope it's a wee girl, and I hope it's a daddy's girl, and that'll fucking change me even more. Oh, sir, I have a wee girl. That's she's now 10. She'll be she's fucking hell. It was her birthday last week. She's 11. It happens. She's 11, and she's going to a big school now, man. Like I was same position yourself. I was a young dad at 23. I had her at, and do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't change it for the world. Oh, 100%, man. And the thing is, hopefully when we have this new one, it'll be a wee gear, and it'll be. No, if it's a wee boy, fucking, it doesn't make a difference. The house will be fucking mental, right enough. But if it's a wee girl, it'll be lovely to have a wee daddy's girl, because them two boys are two mommy's boys.
Well then you're
snookered.
snookered.
See if I come on, sir. Matteo and Enrique are wrapped round her. See if I go left Matteo. Oh, he fuck. Get away, you bastard!
Screaming.
Oh, sir, and then he I just cuddles on his mama like that.
Yeah. So it's a tradition here on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sign a brick.
No bother.
And I don't know where.
Thank God you said sign a brick.
Shade a brick. Where you want to go? I'll go here. Like one there, just. Oh yes, that's the job.
There we go.
And
hopefully that'll be worse on someday.
I know.
50p maybe.
No. Hey, maybe been known as just a Dr. Dre, a producer. You know what I mean? But no. Want to thank you, mate, for coming on.
No problem at all.
And
my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully, if you're looking recording done or anything at all, or you want to know how to,
if you want to start a music career, if you want to do a YouTube video, if you want to write a song, if you want to produce something, or if you want to come and try a demo, or even just want to just come out and talk about something, hey, give me a shout.
Give him a shout. We'll put all his tags up and everything on the screen whenever this goes out. So. Jordan, my man, thank you, bro.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers. Thank you. Peace out. Like and subscribe, and whenever this is out, hopefully Jordan will do me the honours of sharing the dung out of it.
Of course, 100%.
And we'll maybe get more followers. Thank you.
Yes.
Cheers, guys. All the best.